Totes Recall.
Ooh, welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we barely remember. Push pause on that recording, watch the movie while eating 2 pizzas and 2 salads, come back for a second half of the record talking once again about the very same movie, thinking about and talking about what we got right and wrong in the first half, how this movie holds up in this day and age. And that's the show. My name is Dan.
Wow.
This is Molly. Thank you, patrons.
You crushed it. Also,
Thank you.
Dan is
And
me.
What's happening? I'm Beth. Let me say
I made the mistake of trying to compliment Dan
Always a mistake.
during the introduction.
I see. Happy anniversary.
We finally
I
got
don't know
it.
if you can tell, but we've been doing this for 11 years.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a airtight operation.
And that's why our movie is very special. And it is
I fucked up so hard this
Freaky
time.
Friday, the old one.
Wow. Is it the original?
Yes.
Okay.
The original.
Is this special, though? Is it special?
The episode is
It is
special.
special.
It's our anniversary.
We're going to make you feel feelings for our anniversary.
It is special. I'll set the table. It is special because for a long time, Totes heads will remember we watched Freaky Friday, the La Lohan
What?
Jamie Lee Curtis version. My brain stopped. I was like, did I get whatever made up version of a nickname Dan does?
Yes,
This
but
is
you added a D for
A
some
D,
reason.
like you turned into like a
So no is the answer. I didn't get it.
verb? An adverb? What is that?
Lizzie Lohan.
This is the
Is that our?
best opening to our show we have ever done. Happy anniversary to us. We are still going strong. Our mental capacity has not degraded at all in a decade.
I blame myself because what happened is Dan didn't say thank you, patrons, after 2 patrons.
It sounds like you're blaming Dan.
Well, I mean, after 11 years, I think we've learned that my
can always
go-to
blame me.
is
Yep.
pretty much to blame Dan.
It's fair.
Yeah.
But I think that domino is just what crushed all the dominoes that came after.
That's how dominoes
Because
work.
then also Dan felt bad for regular Dan.
Regular. Ugh.
Well,
I didn't feel bad for him. I was
Dan
proud of him.
Prime.
You were proud of him for forgetting to thank our patrons?
Because he actually successfully summarized our show.
Yeah.
Without floundering at all, which then I now realize you pointed out that he missed something
missed it.
crucial. But in terms of actually summarizing the show itself,
Yeah.
maybe the most successful summary he's ever done.
Yeah.
I agree. It was very good.
Peek
Dan.
behind my curtain. I don't know if you three have noticed, but I've started closing my eyes during
Yes.
the
I have
introduction,
not
I did
noticed
notice that.
which allows me to focus more on the words I have to say.
I'm probably too busy looking at that beautiful mouth from across the table.
Thank you. I will accept that as a compliment.
Let's land this plane.
Yes.
Yes, and the plane is we watched the second,
We watched
We
the
watched-
Lindsay Lohan version of Freaky Friday.
Yes.
and Molly thought we were watching Parent Trap.
The Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Yes.
For like
and
the
I'm
whole first half.
so excited.
Yes.
And then it filled her with rage.
She was pre-rage filled
Yeah.
before we'd even pressed play on the movie.
And we had a great time.
We had a great time. Molly hated the movie from the jump, and it did nothing to dissuade her from hating it as we watched it.
Yeah.
I think she gave it 0
Talking about
motorcycles
Motorcycles, and also the motorcycle crashes into a cliff and
Yeah, it was.
everyone dies.
It was real
Yeah, it was
rough.
pretty-
Something like that.
it is objectively a terrible movie.
Yeah.
But
So-
it was made all the worse by my rage that it was not the movie I alone thought it was going to be. Yeah.
So now, in an attempt to make up for that, we are going to make it explicitly clear at the beginning of the podcast we were watching the movie Freaky Friday, but a different one.
Yes. I, due to GIF researching and confirming what we were watching, I know the year.
Okay.
Um,
Do we know the approximate decade?
I would love to hear guesses, and then I'll tell you the exact year, because I think that'll actually help us talk about it in the first half.
Okay. And this is the same movie. It's the original version.
Yes, it's based off a book or story.
Okay.
You know what I'm realizing is, as I think about this, is I'm already shooting myself in the foot because I'm picturing the original Parent Trap.
That is
I
also
am
what I
also doing
did.
that. Yeah.
So this movie was like an early, so the Lindsay Lohan version was like a early
Late.
aughts.
Yeah,
Late
late
90s,
on.
early
I think it was
aughts.
like 2008,
Yeah, that
maybe.
seems
So
right.
I'm
Really?
gonna guess the original is 1970.
On the nose.
72.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe the year of 1978.
Perfect.
Okay. Beth, you said that like you already know, but
I mean, I don't.
but
know.
I think it's 1976, and I think
it?
I know.
Oh, this is great. No, don't look at it. Don't
I gotta
look
look
at
it
it.
up.
Maybe
We'll
we're
find
all
out.
get.
You know what? Maybe I forgot. I did. I also had to look it up to see if it was streaming. No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Let's
think
take
you're right.
bets
76.
right now of who Molly and I think is correct. 1, 2, 3. Beth.
Oh,
I mean, that's a good way to bet.
I think you're wrong though. I'm gonna bet against myself.
Oh, no.
But going into this, I thought it was like a 40s or 50s movie,
Sure.
and maybe I'm doing The Parent Trap. Is there an original Parent Trap that is
I
from
think
like
there
the
is.
40s
Really?
or 50s?
I think so.
Wow.
We
I
should
don't
look
know.
that up.
Well,
too.
okay, so
How many Parent Traps are there? We'll figure that
I
out.
thought there were like 3.
really,
Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? Don't look to me for facts until the second
Right.
half.
When you've examined the internet's
The best of.
Bounty.
The best
Yeah.
that the internet has to offer.
I know that the original Parent Trap, or the one that I'm thinking of, which maybe is not the original, is Haley Mills. Which made me think that this was Haley Mills also, just because Lindsay Lohan did both movies.
Oh,
but that
right.
can't be right.
I don't know who Haley Mills is.
Oh, she's pretty cool. She was in a lot of like Disney movies as a
okay.
kid.
70s?
I think they're Disney movies.
So the premise of this movie is exactly the same.
It's
correct?
got to be. I think
Daughter
a mother
and
and a
mother.
daughter swap bodies.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely a mother and daughter.
I feel that way based on the GIF that I posted in
Oh, okay.
Discord.
That's fair.
Has anyone seen
Joan
this
Crawford.
movie?
No, I'm just totally kidding.
I have not seen it.
No.
Nope.
No.
So
Well,
something.
Going in blind.
Yes, we're going in blind, except for we have seen the remake of
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this today. I was like, how do we think they changed the movie
Yes.
to like update it? Because
Electric guitar.
yeah, right. I'm like, I don't think that the teen is a musician.
I don't either. Maybe a
So what do you think like her deal is?
maybe a
Oh, and the mom is a
cheerleader.
stay-at-home mom, do we think? Or is
Maybe.
she in the working world?
Well, I mean, in the remake, she is in the working world, Jamie Lee Curtis's character,
Yeah.
but she's also getting married.
Right.
And I feel like that seems like a thing.
that maybe.
that would still
I
be
mean,
true.
Maybe.
I'm going to say that
don't know.
Working World is a modernization, and the mom in this is a stay-at-home mom.
Do you think she's about to get married though?
I'm not going to comment on that.
I mean, that would be interesting because I would think, though, that based on the timing, this is when a lot of things were kind of shifting. So
Sure.
the idea of
Assuming we're right of the
assuming
timing.
we're right, like, are we talking about a single mom here?
No, well,
Who is she getting married to? Is she a widow?
Maybe she's a widow.
I think if she's a single mom, I like a widow. Hey, widows.
I'm sorry.
I like a widow.
What?
In this
I like
house.
a widow.
Shout out to all the widows out there.
Rudeness.
Yeah.
Keep
Keep,
going.
keep going.
You're having a hard time.
Get it, girl.
Yeah. Get back out there.
Or don't.
Yeah,
fine.
It's fine.
You do you.
One and done.
Oh, okay. Can we get okay? So this is a movie.
Yes, all widows. I support
This,
them all.
do we think this movie still includes racism as the thing that switches the women?
Oh, yeah. I think that is a thing that probably had a, like, holdover? Had a
Sure.
holdover.
You think
or
it's
something?
still like a ancient Chinese magic?
Yeah.
I think it's a different racism. I'm going to bet different racism.
Wow. I'm gonna go lightning bolt.
Ooh, I love that. Classic.
Like a lightning bolt hits their house.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go earnest wish, maybe at Christmas time.
Ooh, I love that.
Ernest.
Christmas magic.
X-Men wish.
So far we have
Racism.
earnest Christmas wish,
Not-
or lightning bolt.
And it was racism, both still Chinese and not Chinese.
Correct.
Yeah, one of
Okay.
each.
Yeah.
Just hedging our bets.
Yeah.
Okay, these notes are perfect, and I will understand them.
Yeah. I
always
already
are.
can't read what they say.
They always are immaculate.
It says racism, yes or no Chinese.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, now that you said it out loud, you'll probably remember.
Yeah, that's probably
Work.
true. And the daughter is probably a cool kid, right? That feels like that dynamic still is good. Cool daughter,
Okay.
boring mom.
Sure.
Mom learns to loosen up. What's cool in the
Think
70s?
so?
I bet she's a popular girl at the high school.
You think
And
the girl's popular?
Yeah.
Like mini skirts and boots, not hippie stuff. I guess hippie stuff was kind of on its way out.
I'm guessing she's not so counterculture. I'm guessing since it's a movie from before we solved sexism, she's just like a popular cheerleader, and now her mom has to like get back to being like a young popular girl instead of like a put upon mother in the.
Do you think the mother tries to make her daughter popular in her new? Like she was popular when she was a kid, and
That's
she
way
knows her
better.
kid is shy, so she's trying to use her time to.
I like that.
That's a way better premise
Rochelle?
than what I have in my head.
Yeah, I think daughter might be like a. Were they slackers by then? Not yet.
No.
But they're like drab in the late 70s.
Drab?
What is that?
What's
am I
happening?
envisioning?
Like a burnout?
Yeah, I
kid?
guess kind of a burnout,
But like not quite.
but not quite.
I don't think. No, I don't. I mean, I'll look it up. But I don't believe that was a hallmark of the 70s.
Yeah, look
I'm
up.
sure there were people who did too many drugs and were literally burned out, but I don't think that was like an aesthetic that people were ever going for. Versus like heroin chic in the 90s.
Sure.
Like a long-haired rocker.
Okay.
Like a Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that would just be rocker
Okay.
because long hair was kind of the norm by then, right? Shaggy hair, longer hair.
Yeah.
And it was less counterculture to have longer hair. I mean,
Sure.
really long hair, sure. But like by the 70s, hair was way longer than it was in the 60s and
Yeah.
like miles longer than it was in the 50s.
I just found a picture of my dad from like 73. He had a shaggy head of hair.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess I can reveal I was born in 1974.
Don't dox her.
Don't dox me.
Yeah.
So
Do the math. She's 40.
Yeah, obviously. We're all 40.
So yeah, I'll be interested to see what the world I was too little to know what the world looked like. But
Sure.
as we're talking, I'm like, oh, this is one of the few movies that's not a full classic, like black and white film that is happened after I was born.
Oh, yeah. I bet we don't do a lot of 70s.
I don't think we've done a single 70s movie.
Really?
Have we?
That's a
I don't know.
great
We've done a
question.
lot
Let's
of
check
movies.
the spreadsheet.
Yeah, we should.
We've seen more than
Well,
like
Jaws.
150.
Jaws is a 70s movie, right?
Oh, yeah,
Is
I
it?
think it is. Late 70s, right?
We did Jaws. I'm remembering now.
Yeah.
But I think we've done a few 70s movies.
We'll
that's
look
bet.
it up. I will get back to you.
Oh,
in
the first
second
Star
half.
Wars came out in like 77 or 8,
Oh,
I
that's
think.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But I feel like, I think we haven't I don't think we've watched a lot of 70s movies because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the movies that people think of from the 70s are like
The Godfather.
the kinds of movies that, are either too long or like probably wouldn't appeal to all 4 quadrants of this podcast. And by 4 quadrants, I literally mean the 4 hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taxi
like-
driver.
Yeah, like the 70s is like where like, the auteurs had all of their like dark, drug-fueled rape fantasy movies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cinematography was beautiful, so we like it.
Sure. We got such performances out of the women that we tortured.
Yes.
I also feel like I didn't see a lot of those. I mean, I wouldn't have watched those movies when I was a kid.
Right,
Like they would be
exactly.
movies that I watched maybe in my 20s
Right.
when we
Ooh.
started this podcast.
Yeah, same.
I will cross-reference how many AFI movies are from the 70s because I think
Oh, yeah,
that's
that-
been our other guiding light is the
yes,
AFI.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe more. Anyway.
I just realized that this is my last recording as a true 35-year-old.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Are we gonna have
This
to
is
all
an
be
end of an era.
36 now?
And the
And our-
seasons change. A cat's in the cradle and the spirit.
Oh, there you
go.
Wow, you know all the words.
I know all the words to
So
that
now
song
we will-
because we sang it at summer camp, and I look back on that now and I'm like,
You
oh,
sang
what a
Cats in the
drag.
Cradle or whatever it's actually called at
Yeah,
summer camp?
At summer camp, we
Huh.
sing a lot of songs.
But you were the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that when you went home and you sang it to your parents.
they would just cry.
They just are
While you
weeping.
were away from your parents. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
wild.
at
That
least
is
we
wild.
didn't learn landslide. I think that would have absolutely
Just
crushed.
broken everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of breaking everyone, breakups is something that happens in a relationship, and I think the daughter is in a relationship.
Oh, and it's going to get
That's
complicated.
too good of a comedy not to
Right.
not to leave in of the mom has to like navigate a boyfriend
Or a crush.
or a crush.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to go crush.
Or a crush over BF.
Wasn't she crushing on Motorcycle Man? She didn't have a boyfriend,
Yes.
right?
That is true. Yeah, it was like a fresh. She had just met him, right?
Maybe in this movie, motorcycle also exists. That could be a 70s thing.
Sure.
Yeah, they had motorcycles
They
then.
sure
Yep,
did.
it's true.
Easy Rider.
Yep.
Is that from the 70s?
I think
Seems like
so. Maybe not, though. Someone's yelling at us.
I know. I'm so sorry if you know the years of movies. I kind of wondered if maybe the girl was more of like a, I don't know if there's like a better term for like tomboy.
Oh.
And then the mom is like more like, you got to wear dresses and stuff and be
Prim and proper.
Yeah. And then so
That's
then
good
it,
too.
That is good.
And then she learns to get the boy. She has to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That seems like a thing that would happen in the 70s.
What do we think? I agree. On the other side of it, how do we think the young girl is going to sow chaos in her mother's life?
I feel like her mom must have some kind of big project coming up, right? Whether if it's like, I don't know, throwing a wedding for someone else or like PTA president or something.
Maybe they're getting their house renovated.
Sure.
Yeah, something with lots of pressure and decisions.
Yeah, that's a good point. That an event would feels crucial.
Maybe she's graduating high school soon and they're going to put on a little soiree or something.
Yeah, but I don't want it. Like, it's better if the event doesn't also involve the daughter.
Oh, right. That's true. That's true.
And it's hard to think of what that would be if she's a stay-at-home mom.
I feel like this reveals the limitations of our understanding of what it was like to be a stay-at-home mom in the 70s.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a pretty clear idea in like the 60s and in the 80s.
Yeah.
But the 70s, I feel like were a time of a lot of change,
Yeah.
right? So you had a lot of people, like, because by 1980 is when 9 to 5 came out.
Right.
So there were lots of women in the workforce.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, I don't think it would be that weird if the 70s mom were in the workforce at all.
I don't think it'd be weird.
And in some ways, I think that's easier for my mind to grab onto with like the fish out of water that the kid is going to have to go through.
Maybe.
But, maybe, I don't know.
It's a great point.
Maybe her mom is a teacher and she's got to be a teacher. That would be fun.
Teacher's good.
Or she's like a secretary and has to deal with a jerk boss.
Oh, that's good.
But then the
To be
teen is
clear,
like,
if she's a teacher at her daughter's school.
yes. And maybe they maybe they like hide in the janitor's closet and talk to each other like, what are you doing?
And then she has to be like, you can't just let kids get away with that.
Maybe.
Because, if you were a kid and you were suddenly a teacher, you would be
You'd be like, let's all
have a good time.
Yeah.
reefer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's pass
Is
it
this
around,
a Disney
kids.
movie? Do we think this is Disney?
It is on a certain streaming platform.
Okay, that would indicate that.
Okay.
So I'm going to guess
Yeah.
no actual reefer. I'm going to assume this is pretty wholesome. This is like
No
Herbie.
reefer.
Herbie
Oh,
Kirby.
yeah.
No, Herbie.
Herbie Kirby.
Herbie Kirby there.
Herbie Kirby is what you call the bins in the South for trash.
What?
Oh, because they go on the curb?
Yeah, I think it must have been the manufacturer name or something, but I still call them Herbie Kirby's and people know what I'm talking about.
How is it spelled?
Which people?
I mean, I do now.
No, neighbors and stuff. People that I grew up with all know what a Herbie Kirby is.
give me
But Atlantans.
Atlanta.
Use it in a sentence.
Don't forget to put the Herbie Kirby out before the trash man comes.
Okay.
Trash people. We don't say trash man. We say trash collection.
Garbage
Wow.
collector.
I don't know.
You heard it first here.
What?
Molly hates women and non-binary solid waste workers.
Yeah.
You completely miffed that first sentence, right?
You heard it here first.
No,
You
you said you
hersed it.
heard it first here.
You herbingered it.
Herbie Kirby.
Herbingered.
Herberts and Gerberts.
The movie
Sandwiches.
I'm thinking of is The Beetle.
Yeah, Herbie.
Yeah.
Herbie.
Another Lalo Hand movie.
Lohan.
Yeah, remake. So I'm curious, like how many of these like madcap comedies are 70s based
Sure.
that came back.
Sure.
Okay, I will. Depending on how good or bad this movie is, I'll
Yeah.
get back to you in the second half.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Molly, how much residual rage do you still feel towards the Freaky Friday franchise? Or are you leaving? Do you think you're able to leave yourself open to this being an enjoyable movie?
I think we'll all know within the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. So it's got to make a strong first impression.
I have some hope because I feel like my feeling about the Lindsay Lohan version that we watched together was that it was not bad enough to be good, and it was definitely not nearly good enough to be good.
Yeah.
It was
Agreed.
in that horror valley of just so bad, but not funnily so.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
were so many and I don't know, maybe it's because they were trying to retrofit the script into a more modern time, but there were so many ways that this movie was patronizing and horrific. So maybe it makes more sense in the 70s.
Yep. And also shout out to Freakier Friday. Freaky
coming
Friday 3
out.
coming out soon this summer, right? That's also why we're doing this.
Yes.
Oh, right. Synergy.
And check out our Patreon. Wow.
Wow, what is happening, Dan?
I'm having a hard week.
Patreon.
Patreon to hear us react to the trailer for that
Yes.
sequel to Freaky Friday
Lohan.
with Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis did
Why are you doing
Yes.
this? Why are you
what
doing
is
this to yourself?
to cover up for my inadequacies.
I'm going to make a bold bet
Please. I
that
love
this
it.
movie passes the Bechdel-Wallace test,
Yay.
where two women speak to each other about something that's not a man.
Nice.
Do you want to make a stretch bet of whether it passes beyond the mother and daughter talking to them each other?
Well, I think it will because I think the daughter will have friends.
Yeah, that seems right.
I'm going to bet.
Moms can have friends too, Molly. It's my stance.
But she won't have them.
They can, but she won't.
But she won't.
I can, but you want. Yeah. That's too many characters for the movie.
Yeah, what, 4 women?
Please.
All with names.
I'm going to bet that it passes in the first scene,
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be on each other's nerves.
right?
Yeah.
They got to be.
They got to be.
What do we think that the teen is getting in trouble for
Great
in the
question.
first scene?
She's not cleaning something.
I mean, getting to school on time.
Not putting the Herbie Kirby
That's the
out.
other one, though, right? Like, clean up your room.
Yeah.
She's a messy kid. I'm
Yeah.
going to say she's leaving a mess.
I agree.
Yeah.
Say she's not ambitious enough.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe she's
Bad
like
grades?
smoking cigs
Maybe
out on the
she's
patio.
actually doing
Reefer.
great.
Maybe
Maybe
she's
she's
great.
like an A student
Oh, and the
who's
mom
doing
is like a
awesome,
free
and the mom
spirit.
is kind of like
Sure.
finding freedom, and as maybe they've already had like a character switch, so this is just
I could see that.
Yeah.
Mining
I don't
it
know.
for comedy of like this poor type A child
Yeah.
and her like freewheeling mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of, okay, today, a peek behind my curtain, I looked at the Discord and I saw the gift that Dan posted.
Okay.
And so I did get a little glimpse into what happens
Oh.
when they swap bodies.
Oh,
yeah.
And in that image, the mom is smoking a cigarette.
Yes.
Ooh.
And so
Yes.
my guess is that she gets in trouble for smoking cigarettes, but then they swap bodies and it's like, now I can smoke as many cigarettes as I want. That's my guess.
Sure.
Is she gonna, if you had not smoked a lot of cigarettes and then you swapped bodies into someone who was a smoker,
Yeah.
could you like smoke and be fine and you wouldn't get sick? Like, people
Yeah, probably.
smoke cigarettes at first and get sick. Teens, don't start.
Yeah.
But like if you're a cool adult,
Yeah.
it's like no big deal until you get lung cancer.
I
Yeah.
suppose your body wouldn't react to it in the same way, but like, I guess I've never smoked a cigarette. Peek behind my curtain again.
Wow.
Nice.
But
Me
like,
neither.
if you take like a inhale of it,
Drag.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, Mom, that is so cool.
Oh, I was born in the 70s.
70s
I'm
Molly,
so cool.
smoking cigs in the crib.
That's right.
I
Okay,
mean, my first
if you
cigarette, I
take-
was 6, but keep going.
If you take a drag of a cigarette, like that, you'd have to like consciously do it correctly, right? Like your body wouldn't just like know how to do it because your body had inhaled.
I
a
mean,
bunch
this
of
is a
smoke.
deep philosophical question. My gut reaction is to say, in the same way you wouldn't have to think about breathing, you would have muscle memory for everything. And really, it's just your mind and personality that are swapping.
Just the
Because
muscle.
why would your insides be different than your outsides, right? Physically.
So what is your understanding of what would happen then in this situation?
Is that muscle memory would take over. And in the same way, you wouldn't have to like relearn to drive or relearn to be old.
So you're saying muscle memory literally in the muscles,
Yeah.
not just a term and not in your brain. Your brain knows how to
in
move
the
the
same
muscles.
way that your brain, well, I mean, I don't know that it's a distinction with a purpose, because what I'm trying to say is that the things that you do automatically, like you automatically know how to drive, I think would carry over. But maybe that's part of the comedy is that it doesn't.
Maybe part of the comedy is that she has only smoked one cigarette as a teen and now is spitefully smoking as an adult, and she's surprised at how easy it is, and is like, wow, mom's
This goes
really
down
packing
so
them in.
smooth.
So do you think when they swap
Marlboro.
bodies back that she's going to be addicted to cigarettes just because of like
Oh, yeah.
brain chemistry?
But
Well,
is-
they're not swapping
the
brains
chemistry-
though.
No.
They're
This is-
swapping
right.
souls.
The chemistry is not, the chemistry stays the same.
Yeah.
So that could also be comedy too. It's maybe the teenager is like, why do I feel terrible? And she's like, just smoke a cigarette.
Have a cup of coffee. Yeah. Well, I hope we get into a lot of really deep philosophical questions based on
too.
this film.
Me too.
Yeah. How should we rate this film, Molly?
Nohan
Oh,
Kirby.
Okay. No,
no hand.
no hand.
Because there's
Kirby.
no Lohan in this one.
Kirby.
Okay.
Nor is it about Kirby.
Well, we talked about Herbie Kirby's, and Herbie Kirby seemed too long. So we could do
Wait,
no hand
so
Herbie
Kirby,
Kirby.
like with a C, not the
No.
adorable pink fluff ball
No.
that
I mean, I love that.
sucks up.
Oh, sure, it can be
Anything.
that. Yeah, it can
No,
be.
don't let Dan pressure you.
Okay, it's no hand Herbie Kirby.
No hand.
Now there's a Herbie.
no hand
Yes.
Herbie Kirby.
Yes.
Herbie's IE, but
Yes.
Kirby's also IE.
Yep.
Curbie.
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was. You know what? I've actually never seen it written. I always thought
It's
it was
not
started with
written
a K.
on the bin.
Now it's
No.
a K.
Why are we calling it Herbie Kirby then?
I don't know. I'll look it
Go to
up
the
during,
curb?
and I'll let you know in the second half.
I just
Okay.
assumed it was like a brand that then got turned into a cute little thingy.
No hand Herbie Kirby.
Great.
There you go.
We'll get to the spelling later.
Yeah. It
I
doesn't
think it's
matter.
like koozie. Like it's a name brand, but then everybody uses it.
The Herbie part or the Kirby part?
Both.
Okay. Love it.
I guess I don't know what a no hand is. That's where I'm
It's-
It's
struggling.
no Lindsay Lohan.
yeah.
No, I
Right.
get that, but what is it in this context?
So like in this case, it's like
A
it is-
no hand.
Yeah. Like it's sort of like,
helpful.
okay, so in the Dune universe, there's things called,
Please.
it's called or is it no ship? I don't remember. There's a specific space you can create that is then cannot be penetrated by the prescient, spice-ridden descendants of Paul Atreides.
Okay.
So you can actually do something without the Emperor God worm
like
knowing
a
what your next move
Cone
is
of
going to be.
silence,
Yes.
or like out of.
Oh, so this is like
It's like an anti.
Lindsay Lohan cannot use this trash can.
I love that.
Yes.
Yes.
She
Is it
tries
like
to
a-
throw things away all the time, and it just like
Just
gets thrown
ricochets
out.
off.
Okay,
a
yeah.
bit of like a repellent.
Yes.
Yeah, and if
Okay.
if she manages to touch the bin, it burns her hand.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wow.
It's intense.
And this is like a brand, like somebody or like a wizard
This is,
custom
here's
built.
here's what I think is what happened. Is
Custom-
Molly,
okay.
yeah,
I
Molly
get it.
ordered because she's so enraged about Freaky Friday. She has ordered spared no expense to have a garbage bin engineered as a test product. Like,
Okay.
the idea is that it could be the service could be for anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, because she wants her entire property to be Lohan proofed.
Okay.
But as a proof of concept, they figured a garbage can is like the least dangerous.
Okay.
Because it always just hangs out outside because it's a Herbie Kirby.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Presumably, you could engineer it towards other individuals. So, like, if
No, let's come on.
well, okay,
This is Molly's money.
sure, but then I feel like the market for this are just Lindsay Lohan's neighbors.
You're
If
saying-
she's like mad, like Lindsay Lohan's always coming by, walking her dog, and like throwing her dog's dog poop in your trash can, and you're
Yeah.
pissed about it.
Yeah.
Like you need a no hand Herbie Kirby,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
right?
Yes.
That was a good ad, honestly.
Thank you.
I want to buy one now.
Yeah.
So, in the event that we can unlock the technology to make these cans repellent to anyone,
Yes.
Yeah.
then we can market it to people, and you just have to get some DNA from your neighbor.
I see. So
And
this
then-
is why they were even willing to do this work
Yeah.
for Molly, is they could see the potential for other
Yeah. Wow.
applications.
And next up, by the way, is windshield wipers that do not, like rear windshield wipers on Subarus that do not allow you to put your dog poop under your windshield wiper.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
People frequently with dogs will take their dogs on a walk, hiking somewhere beautiful, and you've got dogs of poop. Or sorry, you don't have dogs of poop anymore. Now you have
Well,
bags
you
of
started
poop.
with dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you end up with bags of poop.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere convenient to throw it away.
Right.
But they don't want to put it inside their car. Understandable.
Sure.
Gonna get
But what
hot.
they do is they put the baggie like underneath their
Yeah.
rear windshield.
Like it's a parking
Oh.
ticket on their
Yeah.
own car or
on
strangers'
their own car.
Oh, okay.
And then they drive around
They
with it?
drive around with it.
That
Because
seems
they forgot,
risky.
because they
It's-
forgot about it.
but then I think they forget about it.
Right.
Just gotta poop.
And I hate it. I drive up behind a car
How often have you seen this?
very frequently. And once you start looking for it, you will see it too.
And it's always
It's
Subaru
almost
Crosstracks?
always a Subaru or a Honda CRV.
Okay.
Wow.
So okay, so just so I understand this,
Sorry.
this is the proposal for how you even got them to agree to even put all of their resources into creating this technology. You pitch it as, I don't want Lindsay Lohan to be able to enter my property or
Yep.
touch anything I own.
Yeah.
Let's start with the garbage can because that's easy.
Yeah.
Is where you landed
Sure.
with the company.
After a lot of negotiation.
And the company is I don't know, something cool.
It's Moderna. They need to expand.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then
The vaccine maker?
Yeah.
Okay.
they do
They
other
worked
things.
with Dolly Parton. They can work with me.
That's true. That's how you start the conversation.
That's how I started it.
And then now, is that your pitch, or is that where you and the board come to the conclusion of like, okay, what's the next
Right.
product?
Because you got to have a
Right.
growth mindset.
Exactly.
And so like,
Yeah.
Because you gotta pitch it to the board, so they need to make sure that there's some sort of line go up situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're pitching
to
that-
the listener who said we spent too much time on our rating scale. I
we're
just want to
almost there.
say
We're almost to the perfect amount of time.
you're wrong.
Yeah. This is important.
Now, are you going to apply this to strangers' rear window?
No,
rear?
just more specifically, I'm just going
are they
to
called?
help I'm going to explain to manufacturers it's bad for their brand, and going forward, all rear
Oh.
windshield wipers
Okay.
will be made
poop
with
resistant.
dog poop bag repellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But it'll be like one of
You
those.
know what I should do though, honestly, is come up with a less disgusting way to solve that problem. There's got to be a less gross way to do it, right?
I mean, so on the flip side, the people who don't have a dog poop hanging from their back rear window didn't pick up their dog's poop,
Right.
or just flung the bag into the woods.
Yes.
So like
Really?
maybe the Subaru drivers are heroes.
Can you not find a trash can?
Oh, when you're hiking them
Well-
hills.
Depends on where you're hiking.
Here's the thing. You take your dog for a walk and you try to throw it away, and then you find out it's a no hand. And
Ooh.
you can't throw it away.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, because it's,
So this is actually brilliant.
yeah,
Now there's nowhere for the dog poop.
right.
So to keep
But
it
it's
in the dog.
but then it's creating.
So this is the dystopian future
Exactly.
that this is Skynet.
Yes.
So no hand.
We've
is
created a
Skynet.
terrible future where technology is. This is again like the later books in 2. This is awesome. The technology has spread so ubiquitously that
Yeah.
garbage cans are constantly not working for people.
Yeah.
But then also rear windshields aren't working for people to put their dog poop in
Yeah.
when they can't throw it away.
Yeah. So,
So,
the ground is just littered with dog
littered
poop.
with dog- at
Or
least-
it's probably floating like a foot off the ground because now we've sprayed the ground with the no poo bag spray.
or at least
yeah.
like a lot of HSAs did that for sure.
Yeah.
I assume we've all decided to spray.
I guess.
Okay, great.
I appreciate that we spent so little time making bets on the movie.
Yeah. Dan, how many no hand Herbie Kirby's do you give it?
Wow. I honestly forgot this movie existed until we said we were watching it. So I don't know what to think. I also am still struggling to not be thinking of the old Parent Trap instead. So I have no concept of like what the vibe of this movie even will be. So I'm going to take a cowardly 3 no hands. I am only investing enough money for me and my 2 neighbors for Lindsay Lohan to not throw stuff into our garbage cans.
Great. Beth.
Yeah, I think this movie has to be kind of fun because they made a movie in the 2000s based on it, and people probably liked it. And also, it was made in the 70s, so it's also probably going to have some problematic elements to it. So I think I'm going to just start at 3, see how it goes.
Nice. Respect.
Yeah, I have a similar line of thinking of that it must have at least been profitable, if nothing else, for them to want to come back 30 years later and remake it. But I think it's going to have some fun chaos energy versus Freaky Friday really suffered, and we sort of touched on it before. It suffered from being over polished.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be rougher and more fun, and I'm going to go as high as 4.
Wow.
Optimistic.
Well, I
Finale,
will.
the finale.
Oh, thank you. I will join you in that optimism. My logic
What?
is my hatred for the more recent version
Yes.
might propel me into liking this more.
Smart.
I think there may be some more problematic elements for sure, but I'm also hopeful or excited to see a movie that hasn't been mashed into the very specific formula that movies find themselves in now. That I do love about older movies is that they take their time in unexpected places.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that there's like some unexpected, refreshing pacing or elements or details that will bring me joy. Also, I just feel like I should come into this with a more optimistic attitude.
So you're saying
4. Yep.
No.
4 no hand Herbie
So what I'm hearing, Molly, is you're saying that it's actually good when a piece of media takes unexpected detours and spends a lot of time and patience on certain elements of the overall experience.
Yeah.
It brings joy to the consumer when it uses a surprising amount of its runtime to explore maybe a surprising concept.
Yeah.
You know, like most shows or podcasts or whatever might just throw away what their scale is for
They
rating.
use stars.
Yeah, just use stars.
Thumbs up.
It's already an understood system.
Yeah, so they just say the number and they're good, and they're done.
go.
And you're just like, ho hum, another 5-star
What if we
scale.
spent 15 minutes confused?
Yeah, what if we belabored a connection to the Dune books
Yeah.
and explored somewhat an attempt to find a pragmatic use for the product that
And
we've
I am
created.
excited for our second half segment where we make Dune parallels to Freaky Friday from the 70s.
And with that, we're going to press pause, go watch Freaky Friday, the original, and we'll be right back. Hey, listeners, this is the mid-roll brought to you by Molly Chase, one of the hosts who probably was going on too long
Brought
about
to you. Wow.
Didn't know you were
story.
sponsoring this.
Oh,
We're
wow.
sponsoring our own podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
you're paying us?
We are paying us in goodwill.
Oh.
You know what does pay?
What?
Being a billionaire, sadly.
Sure.
Even though billionaires, we all know, canon of this podcast, are terrible lovers.
True.
Yes.
To celebrate
Among other
hot
things.
Yeah.
That's a terrible
billionaire.
Terrible a lot of things, but Lovers is up there.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely.
It's a good thing to remind people of at
Yes.
least.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
terrible all around, but like specifically they're terrible lovers.
For sure.
And I think not enough people are getting the word out
Agreed.
about that. A lot of people are like, oh, they are destroying our democracy.
Oh, the
Or
environment is
the environment's
bad labor practices. But
or
let's
they're
focus on what's
killing our brain.
let's focus on what's really important.
Yeah.
Which is they fuck bad.
Yeah. That, but like more than that as
Yeah.
well. Love across the spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah, even friendship love. You know, they're terrible friends.
Oh, for sure.
They're terrible parents.
Yeah.
Oh, no matter how many children they have.
Yeah.
Really, what we're saying is that they're incapable of love in the way that a normal human is, because they've essentially mutated themselves through money to some other species.
And you might be thinking, I can think of an exception, and that's okay. You can hang on to that. As a generalization, I don't know. Gates seems like he might be a good dad.
No.
He's not a good dad?
No.
Okay.
Maybe he's a good dad, but he's still terrible.
And a
Okay.
terrible lover.
Terrible lover.
Yeah.
Well,
Terrible
listen,
lover.
if there's anything that we need to do this summer, it's
Maybe
to
even
get
whatever.
the word out. And so we're going to call this Hot Billionaire Summer, Hot
Yeah.
Terrible. Oh, no.
Hot, terrible summer.
No, I don't think there's hot, right? Hot
You said hot.
Did I? Terrible billionaire summer.
Off mic, you said hot.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I wrote down.
Well,
so
I'm
I
just
guess that's what it
thinking
is now.
Here we are, July, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not quite sure about branding. By the time we get to August, we'll have really figured it
And
out.
that's when it'll be hot, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dog days.
Yeah.
It's terrible billionaire summer. Clang, 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 clang.
Wow.
That's right. So you can show your appreciation for not appreciating the bad lovership of billionaires
Yes.
Yeah.
by purchasing some Billionaires Are Terrible Lovers merch at the Totes Recall store. We have tank tops, but we have other things.
Yeah.
You don't have to wear a tank top if you don't want to.
We have direct.
What are we, billionaires forcing you into a mold that isn't natural to you?
Yeah, like
charge you a full shirt price for a tank top.
but like make it seem like we've reinvented clothing
We're
somehow.
probably doing that. We're innovating shirts.
Yeah.
It's just more efficient use of cloth.
Oh, look at this raw edge. Isn't this cool? These denim shorts haven't been hemmed.
So innovative. We have direct anecdotal evidence from some of our totes heads of in real life compliments from strangers on their terrible Billionaires Are Terrible Lovers merch.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting compliments from strangers is a better version of love than a billionaire can do.
Agreed.
Wow.
It's true.
So, listeners, you do what you do best, which is better than all billionaires, except for trampling people's rights. Therefore, use your right and your capitalist abilities to spread the word of not hot, terrible billionaire summer. Get your tanks and your other merch.
Where?
Totesrecall.com is all you have to know. You'll get directed from there.
Slash
So,
merch.
God bless
That
America.
also works.
Or you can go to Booty Butt. What is it called?
Now you can. Booty Patrol.
Booty Patrol.
Totesregale.com.
Yeah, also will get you there. But you know what will never get you there? Billionaires.
That's right.
Unless they want to buy 1 billion tank tops. And then I will say, maybe you're a good lover.
No.
That's my deal for billionaires. If they buy 1 billion of our
Okay.
Billionaires Are Terrible tank tops, I will send a video that says maybe you're a good lover.
Sure. You'll like shrug a little.
But we'll know that I don't
We'll know what
need
it means.
Yeah.
And with that, it's back to the podcast. Thanks, everybody. And we're back. We just watched 98 minutes of Jodie Foster and Barbara Harris just doing it up, just having a blast.
They did it.
They're having fun.
So
and
much
you know,
fun.
I had fun too.
Oh, wow.
Not to skip ahead, but it was fun.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. For anybody,
Just
I should have maintained some suspense, but I think I screamed during the movie a couple of times, "This is dumb," and I'm having a great time.
I didn't hear the great time part.
Yeah, I thought you were probably genuine, but there was part of me that was like, maybe she really hates it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there were other parts where you seemed to have such empathy for like the scenario that they were
Ugh.
putting themselves in that you kept groaning. I'm like, oh, she hates this. But no, you were just uncomfortable on behalf of the characters.
Yes,
I see.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Other people that have fun are award givers when they give us awards for the next segment.
Wow.
60-second summary in which we summarize the movie we just watched. Freaky Friday. I almost said Parent Trap. Freaky Friday, 1970s, 6 or 7.
Why is it still in dispute?
Well, some Wikipedia says 76, and we love Wikipedia.
Sure.
But most other places say 77 in our
Yep.
brief internet search.
What did our streamer say?
77.
Yeah. So it came out in like January of 77. It was
I
filmed and
see.
released. It was filmed in
Okay.
76. So I
So-
think there's some,
It might have been screened in 76.
Yeah.
I
It
see.
wasn't 78,
for
which
sure.
is what I confidently guessed in the first half.
Yeah. So either I was right or no one's right.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
My way or the highway.
Yeah. Speaking of your way,
My way is to volunteer to summarize the movie. I think I did it last episode.
May I have the honor?
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Since,
Wow.
you know, I hope listeners aren't too bored of me from the mid-roll. Hang in there. This will only take 1 minute.
what?
60 seconds.
60 seconds.
Oh,
my dear boy.
What are you, Jensen or Joffrey or whatever the other guy's name
I'm
was?
Jensen and Joffrey.
Ooh.
My dear boy.
Yeah. The bosses. Okay. Are you ready?
I think so.
Go.
We open on an animated opening, which
Yay.
is extremely exciting and a very catchy tune that was later nominated for an Academy Award.
Wow.
We then meet our protagonists who are Annabelle, who is Jodie Foster, who's a 13-year-old, and her mom, Barbara Harris, both very talented. Anyway, Barbara Harris is very buttoned up and weighed down by the worries of being an adult. And Jodie Foster is a very messy, junk food eating kid who's sort of a tomboy
30 seconds.
and figuring herself out. She has a huge crush on Boris, who lives across the street. They both, at the same time, wish that they could be each other for a day. That wish immediately comes true. They find each other in opposite bodies and have to navigate the day, which is very challenging for each of them for different reasons. Somehow Boris comes in. But what really matters
10
is
seconds.
that the two women understand each other more. They understand the patriarchy and sexism, and she learns to love her little brother, who is so cute.
Time.
Yeah.
Also, they switch back.
Okay,
They switch back.
and they switch
100%
back.
Utah.
Absolutely.
Great job, Molly.
Great
Thank
job.
I'll just add there is the big event at the end that we were guessing at.
Oh,
There's
my
some
God.
along the way at school, a field hockey game, typing test. But
Braces out.
was that?
Braces
Braces
out.
out.
Braces out. But the big event, the climactic event, is that Dad,
Wow.
and now I'm going to say it, I honestly don't understand what's happening, but Dad is trying to put on a presentation / show for some investors or a client.
So
Yes.
there's this new waterside property
Oh, okay.
that they are either marketing for or built it. I'm not clear what his
He's
company
public
does.
relations, right?
Oh,
He says
okay.
so.
I think
Yeah,
they're-
for like, what was the name of it? Like Oceana.
Marina something.
Yeah, they were going to. I think it was for the developers to invest in it. I
I
don't think
see.
it'd been built yet.
Okay.
They had a vision and maybe a design for
Okay.
it.
I see.
They're
So
trying
there
to
was-
make business happen.
Yes, and through we learned through something that is called an aquacade, which I've never heard of and never will hear again.
Isn't that what they do at the Dells, though? What do they call it there? They just call it a water show.
Just water skiing.
No.
Tommy Bartlett.
Yeah.
That's
What?
what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Water slides?
water skiing.
Water skiing.
So Aquacade isn't more widely known.
I've never heard.
I've
that
I've never
before
heard
in
it
my
either,
life.
but I just assumed.
I'm trying to think of what I have heard. Like, yeah, what do the people call it? A water skiing show?
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
what I've heard.
ski,
Anyway,
ski show.
Anyway, it seems like a water skiing show.
yeah.
That plus like a big banquet that
Yes.
the dad, Bill, basically has roped his
Shits
family
the
into
bed
doing.
in. I mean, let's
Yeah.
be honest. He shits the bed hard
Yeah.
because he didn't communicate properly with his caterers or whatever was happening there, and then foisted
Yeah.
it upon his wife.
But it all
And
worked
he's
out.
been foisting all day.
Clearly.
Like, even as he's walking out to the car, he's foisting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bring my
Pick up whatever.
clothes, like-
Press my whatever.
Yeah, press my silk shirt. It could use a cleaner. Like, it goes on just for
Yeah.
even leaving the house. He's leaving her with extra stuff to do.
Yeah.
And he ends it with, "I do my job, you do yours." But he says it in it's fun, right? This is our thing.
Oy.
But
Division of labor, which has its problems, but of course. But the whole time I was thinking, like, man, nice to be able to like have a house and a family and be able to farm out work and on just one salary.
income, yeah, totally.
That's rad.
when multiple people showed up at the house, I had the same thought when the first moment of like Annabelle's, having a crazy time as her mom, like the fact that like the first like real tipping point for her was like all of these people, they can afford to do work for them. I was just
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
oh, that doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he seems like he's got like a decently powered job.
For sure.
But he's not like president of company or anything. Yeah. Anyway.
I think there are a couple big differences between this version
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Lohan one.
Please stop. Please don't encourage that.
And one is that they never cross paths.
Yeah.
In each other's bodies.
They don't even talk to each other.
No, they just kind of both decide they're going to live the other person's life, which I think is
That's fun.
wild.
I liked it.
Like the whole economy of the story in this one was unexpected, where they literally were they did a split screen. while one of them was smoking at the sink and the other one was having an ice cream sundae for breakfast at a diner with just some old man that she'd been talking to and her friend. But she seemed to mostly be talking to the other guy. And yeah, they both just like, oh, I wish I could live there day. And then we have this amazing freeze frame / like chroma key flashing thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And then like they're two semi-opaque still photos of them switch sides of the screen. And then it's like, we're done. We're in it.
It's probably half the budget.
No Chinese restaurant, no third party at all.
Yeah, no racism, no Christmas,
it's
no
because
lightning.
it is Friday the 13th.
Yes.
That's right.
And also, I loved that they always had a witness, like what you were talking about with like at the diner when Annabelle's eating this like rum raisin sundae for breakfast. There's this older man who's, you know, somewhat gruntled. I would say disgruntled.
Engaged in the conversation,
but at first he starts out just kind of disgruntled and just finds a seat, but he gets more and more roped into the conversation, but he never says a word. And then there's like later there's a woman on the bus who just is watching silently. Or even Max the dog. What a treasure.
Oh, Max
Let's
the
talk
dog.
about Max
We'll have
the
to
dog.
really talk about Max the dog. But there is always, and then later Boris or the little brother / son.
Yes.
There's always a witness to the mayhem. And I think that's part of why the more recent Freaky Friday fell flat, is because they're just freaking out at each other. They do meet each other, but it's there's no witnesses, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought that was pretty brilliant. Do you want to talk about Max the dog?
I do.
Yeah, Max is an old basset hound.
He's such a sweet boy.
We meet him when Jodie Foster, as Jodie Foster, trips over him, calls him an old hamburger or something like that.
Max, the old hamburger.
And he is,
Sweet boy.
he's surprisingly aware of how things are going wrong through the entire movie.
Yeah, he's
sounding the alarm
It's great.
constantly.
Like,
do you think he was Freaky Friday switched with like an uncle or something? And
Oh,
it's just
like
never switched back?
Decades ago. He's got the intelligence of a human. He was like, actually, this rules big house dog.
they had a party in their backyard years ago. Yeah, like some uncle's just like, boy, what a life. But then Max is watching the uncle eating a hamburger. So they're both like, oh, I wish I could live that life. And yeah, but then they both got exactly what they wanted. So they're like, this is
And
great.
the uncle just drove home with his head out the window the whole way. Oh,
Yeah, Max was great because it was I liked how like minimally trained a dog it was. Like it was there was never a point where like they literally like cut to Max going like talking his head. But he'd like bark when she was like clearly overloading the wash machine. Like he was very concerned. So he clearly spends like that's clearly the routine, right? Like Max follows mom into the laundry room and just hangs out. But he realized the routine was changing dramatically at that moment.
He barks at the oven when it's overheating.
Yes, he's trying his best to help.
Yeah,
But nobody listens to the old hamburger.
that's right. Doesn't really get much of a reward other than to lick some chocolate off a wall, chocolate
That's
mousse
true.
off a wall.
Also, it was never clear to me why she couldn't just put him down, like as the like parade of people.
he means set the dog down on the floor, not kill the dog.
Why didn't she just kill the dog?
Yeah, he's in the way.
Yeah, like as the different people who are like doing services for them come over, like she keeps like as she's trying to figure out how to solve one problem, just like keeps handing Max to other people, and every time just like, can't he just be on the floor?
Well, I think it's because the carpets. They're trying to clean the carpets.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I thought she was just too caught up in it. Like someone has to hold the dog.
Anyway,
I was holding
great.
the dog. Now someone else has to do it.
Yeah.
But he's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, and it's really the only little indicator we get of how madcap it's going to get by the end.
That's true. That was sort of like our like very quiet teaser is the vendor parade and the dog passing.
Yeah.
That was actually one of the things where I was like, this actually doesn't seem like it should be as hard as it is. You know what I mean? It was like she couldn't find $14.50
like
and then that was chaos because she couldn't find it.
A checkbook.
Yeah, I was like, well, it's not like that difficult.
I mean, I guess like
But I will say that. But think about this. When you were that age, when you were like 13,
Yeah.
talking to adults
sure sucks.
and being responsible for stuff and having multiple people, like, I think that would
I
be
loved
like, did you? Oh, I bet you did.
yeah, Beth
I was
would
just like,
love that.
I literally started doing laundry when I was like in 4th grade. So just watching somebody like put, well, my one of my parents put a red sock in with my clothes and it turned all of my clothes pink.
So you had incentive.
So I was like, never again.
You were Max the dog.
I was Max the dog.
I'm going to start ruining my kids' laundry more.
See what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got into that habit.
Yeah.
But I feel like I know some teenagers who are nervous around adults, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's more that than like the tasks.
Well, I mean, we also learn later, like more through her brother, that like Mrs. Maushan, whatever, Shawnish, man, Mauschmer.
Yep, that's
Who's
it.
this?
The angry drunk maid.
Oh, that's right.
Like, it sounds like she's like just a real burden to deal with as the kids.
Yeah.
So like it's possible that like just having her first come in, like she was already like triggered by that.
Yeah.
And then to suddenly have to know where they keep their checkbook.
Yeah. I mean, I was triggered by that. She was intense.
She
that
was
woman.
intense. Well, let me say something else about your shitty kid while I walk by with a prop that implies that I'm doing work somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
I did enjoy her though.
No, she
just
was
suddenly coming in and screaming.
Yeah.
She cleans, but she doesn't clean
Doesn't-
pigsties.
Yes. Which
I'm like,
fair.
Is it?
I think it's fair.
That room.
Yeah. No, because I think that's the thing, right? Like when people come to clean your house, they are using their expertise in doing a cleaning that you yourself could not do. They're not there to like pick up your junk.
Okay.
I
I've
mean,
never
the
had
impression I got-
somebody clean my house
Yeah.
before.
Based on her props, the impression I got is that she mostly cleans the floors.
Yeah. Like, floors, baseboards,
But
that kind
then
of
like
thing.
that's what was confusing me is like the
But I think
fact
most places, they don't even like do dishes. Nobody does windows. Like
sure.
it's,
Or walls.
or walls,
Ooh,
which is
right.
unfortunate.
now that
for-
that chocolate
Yeah,
mousse
that-
is up there. Well, I guess Max will clean it because he's going to lick it
Yeah.
off.
That's going to stain. They're going to have to repaint.
That's true.
Ugh.
Here's what confused me about that scene more than anything.
You got to put probably a primer on it because the paint's not going to stick to that greasy
It's gotta
wall.
be
Oh, that's
kills. They're gonna have to, they won't figure that out till the third coat.
Just put a tapestry up. Cover it.
Why does this house smell so weird?
Because that pigsty room with bananas and tin shovels or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's what confused me about that scene more than anything. The fact that the big event of the movie is not happening at their house. Like, even that was just like, they're all coming over today? Like, the carpet cleaners.
Yeah.
The drapery men. I guess some of it was like stuff that had already been done. I guess the drapery people had already dealt with the drapes. The car guy had already done the car.
Yeah.
But it was still just like, I don't know. The fact that that's I think what threw me off the most. The fact that the maid was there and then Aztec Carpeting, who are my MVPs of the movie, by the way, also came at the same time. Like, that just seems like poor scheduling.
Yeah.
Because that just seems like too much going on, right?
Unless they were insinuating that there's that kind of chaos every day.
Oh, well, I mean, that's definitely what they were insinuating.
Right.
It's just like her life's not so easy.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
going to manage all these people
Gotta
doing work for her.
Deal with all these annoying, these laborers clamoring to be paid.
Yeah. Yeah. In case it's not clear, I was right. She was a stay-at-home
Yes.
mom.
Yes.
But she did smoke and looked super cool doing
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Who's this? Barbara Harris?
Yep.
She's great.
She was so
I'm not
good.
aware of this lady at
Me
all.
neither. She
I feel like
crushed it.
they both were so good at
Yeah.
playing
Jodie
each
Foster.
other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was really, I thought they did a great
She
job.
was
Super fun.
Her physicality was amazing
Oh, yeah.
as Annabelle.
Very fun.
And it really got featured
Yeah, it
like
did.
throughout the movie. There's an incredible scene. I mean, there's so much about this movie that I just really enjoyed, but one of them is that Annabelle, as in her mother's body, goes to pick up her little brother from the school and takes some grocery shopping, and then just anyway, it's all very like the most relaxed version of any mom you could ever imagine. And then he's like, "Oh, I see Bobby and Billy. I want to go play. Can I go play?" And she's like, "Sure." And then the next thing you know, it's like the Sandlot, except it's like some kind of organized play, right?
Yeah.
And she's a jock, right? So
Right.
she's great at all sports, but she's in this like mom body with these incredible 1970s like I don't know if it's a jumpsuit or just separates, but
I think
the
it was
pants
separates.
are incredible.
velvet
Because that's part of the
suit.
reason she was
Yeah.
walking so weird is because when she was trying to impress, which we should talk about, she was
yeah,
trying
we
to impress
talk about
Boris
this.
with her
Yeah.
sexuality, but not
Oh.
exactly because she still wanted him to like her, the child.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she had like put on a pair of hose and then was like awkwardly putting the separate pants on. I think
yeah.
that's why she was walking so funny.
So good.
Oh,
So yeah, that's
she
why I
keeps
know they're
scratching
separates.
your legs
Yeah, that's why I know they're
and stuff.
separates.
Yeah, so good.
But yeah, what is that,
that's
like
funny.
velvet or something?
Yeah,
Or
I looked
like-
velvet, and then she slid in it.
It was so good. Here's the question I have.
Gets
though.
in a fight with a child up there.
So
Sorry.
cool.
Yeah.
No, it was great. Like that whole baseball scene was great, but all I could fixate on the whole time was like, what was the scene before that? Like, what was the conversation that happened that got her into the game? You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of kids around her brother's age, and her. So like, at what, like, who instigated it?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know. I want to know who was like.
She was just like, I can play,
and they were like, okay.
Like, and that one kid was like, I guess I'll be the umpire. Yeah. I was going to play in that spot, but.
Or maybe he is always the umpire and like they kind of like hate him for it.
Yeah, that's the kind of kid that exists.
Yeah. And like that was probably the conversation was they were just like, come on, Timmy, there's no rule in the books that say a mom can't play baseball. All right, geez, fine. But yeah, it rocked that she got into a fight with him and like poked him on the nose.
The other, I guess, contrast between this movie and the other one is that we hear their inner monologues.
Yes.
And so I think that adds another dynamic to it because we actually know what they're thinking. Yeah.
The only time we knew what they were thinking in the new one, like Molly kind of already talked about, is like when they were shouting their thoughts at each other.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just want to throw that out there because I feel like that is an important difference.
Yeah, it was. At first, it was sort of like, oh, like when they first switched, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be rough because the first experience we get with the inner monologues is just them like saying the exact same thing at the same time while looking at each other, like their new bodies.
Right. And I almost was like, they're actually not that dissimilar.
Right.
They're saying the exact same thing for like the last 2 minutes straight.
Yeah. And like I just kept like screaming, like, just look in a mirror already, because especially Annabelle was just like, oh, I've got my mom's legs, my mom's stomach, and then she implied her mother's bosom. Yeah. Because as we learned in her opening monologue, she's not fully matured into her figure.
Yeah. The only like truly, not the only, but one of the truly problematic moments is that Annabelle is all worried about being a blimp and like weight and stuff. So she doesn't want to eat bacon and eggs, but does want to, like, it was just.
But it's also eating ice cream for breakfast every morning.
Like, it's not even so much the food choice. It's like the, like, why would, but then her mother tells her not to worry about that. Right. That she hasn't fully, like, what is that? I was like, well, is this like a way that we're revealing that begrudgingly she knows her mom is looking out for her? I'm not sure. Because at the very beginning, Annabelle's opinion of her dad is that he's a saint.
Yeah.
He's incredible. He's perfect. And her mom is just an annoying harpy, right?
Yes. Yep.
And midway through the movie, she like has this realization of how much her dad relies on her mom. Mm-hmm. And she has this great moment where she's like, she calls him a chauvinist pig.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm.
And little brother says, why are you calling dad a chauvinist pig? And she's like, because he spent 3 months working on a project that he, what she said something like failed at, or
he like whiffed it.
And now is giving his wife 3 hours to fix.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ugh, Bill.
And I was just like, oh, this is incredible. So then by the end, she kind of sees her dad more through like a less adoring lens and really appreciates her mom. I was like, this is so much more meaningful than like, oh yeah, it's hard to do laundry. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That actually made, like, by the end of the movie, I was just like, oh, wow, this is way deeper than I thought. Because at the beginning, it was just like, oh, she's having a panic attack because all these adults want money. Oh, she's bad at laundry. And I was like, I mean, it doesn't seem that bad. But like, yeah, I appreciate that it got into more of the nuance of just like adult relationships, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of adult relationships, we have to talk about neighbor Boris.
Oh boy.
Who is, I guess, a 16-year-old kid.
Well, because he said he can't drive legally.
Okay.
So he's 15 or 16, maybe.
Yeah. I think he's a peer of Annabelle.
Yes. She's into him.
She's into him. And he's has allergies or something.
It's amazing because as she's like, oh, he's so like dreamy or whatever.
He's like shoving saline spray into his nose.
And then related, he happens to be home.
Yes.
Annabelle, as her mom, calls him over to. No, she just wants to
hang, right?
She wants to. It seems like her idea is like, I'm going to get Boris over. He's going to see how hot my mom is. And then he's going to say like, Annabelle's going to grow into this hot mom and then want to be with me when I get back to my child body.
Yeah, there was definitely like
just a wild line of thinking.
Like it was definitely like her own insecurities about her physical body, like went on a wild journey. Understandably, because I mean, it is a very odd situation to suddenly find yourself in a fully matured woman's body.
Yeah.
And still be 13-year-old horny for a guy across the street. But yeah, her plan was very confusing.
And the execution was equally, if not more confusing.
Very.
She calls him up to borrow a cup of dog food.
And she said sugar was too corny.
Yeah. And he's home because he says adenoids, which I don't know what that is.
I used to.
Oh, yeah. It's like when you get your tubes in your ears, they'll also offer to remove your adenoids, which can cause ear infections and
So it's like a
like
lymph
sinus
node
issues.
kind of
I
deal?
think so.
It's a sinus
Yeah,
thing?
oftentimes people take out the adenoids at the same time that they put in ear tubes.
Oh, okay. So he's got sinus issues, and he says, or I'm allergic to my mother.
Which he uses that joke a lot.
Yeah.
He says it like 4 times.
But he comes over and
Not
then
allergic to Annabelle's mother,
that's
am I right?
right. And it gets a little spicy.
It does
He's
get a
like,
little
let me
spicy.
show you how to throw my boomerang.
Ooh.
And he's fully hands on the
like
waist.
this is, I mean, if he is truly, if we are to believe that he is a 15-year-old boy, like this rocks.
Yeah.
Right? Like as a 15-year-old boy, it's just like, oh, the hot mom across the street wants to hang out with me.
Yeah.
And like also seems to be weirdly into me.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm sure like
Mrs.
that
Robinson situation.
That was the dynamic. Cause like, and there was, again, Barbara Harris is so funny. Cause there's this point where she just like does a very like love struck teen moment where it's like, he's like trying to teach her how to throw the boomerang. And then like, he's sort of like showing her like how to move. And then she like swings back in his face and just goes, when she like looks at his face. It was so good.
And then knocks out the window, is like, beat it. We got to get out of here.
But yeah, it was a fascinating situation that she created for herself with Boris.
Yeah, and Annabelle always makes time to take time to like just be a goof.
Yeah.
It's incredible. No matter how much pressure they try to extend on the outside, she's just like, she's still got her priorities.
She's a fun
Which
kid.
I thought was a very, that made a lot of sense to me.
Yes.
As someone who's asked my kid, don't dox me, to put on shoes. And an hour later, 5 to 20 other things have happened and she's still barefoot.
That's real.
Oh, that's another reason maybe Annabelle was panicking about having to pay an adult with a checkbook is we learned through her mother's experience that she keeps all of her change in her shoes.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
Nobody understands why.
I don't know.
70s
the
kids,
book.
man.
So this was based off of a book
Yes.
by Mary Rogers.
Yes.
And I went down a little bit of a wormhole on Mary Rogers. She was the daughter of Richard Rogers of Rogers and Hammerstein.
Oh, okay.
And herself was a composer who wrote a lot of songs, and she wrote a lot of children's books. And then went on Freaky Friday was her first foray into like teen books. And yeah, so I'm very actually interested. I want to read this book because I wonder if it delves more into Annabelle's perspectives about like her own body and like, all of that. But yeah, it's actually, it's very cool and also a little sad. She also contributed songs to Free to Be You and Me, speaking to my quadrant of listeners.
Okay.
Who might have grown up with Free to Be You and Me, which is incredible. I recommend everybody listen to it. It's so 70s, but it's all like, I think it's like the first like body positivity,
Okay.
like love your neighbor, like emotional intelligence instruction.
Great.
And then everybody forgot about it in the 80s.
Of course.
But anyway,
we had other things to think about.
Yeah.
Money.
But somebody
Cocaine.
did an interview with her later. She had some experience. She had written some musicals. One of them went to Broadway and is pretty famous. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the top of my head. But anyway,
Right.
she
Music Man.
Hair.
no, none of those. It was. We'll insert
Hamilton.
it later.
Oh.
What's her name?
Hold
again?
on. Let's see. It's
Mary.
Mary Rogers.
Who also wrote,
Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
oh, that'd be amazing. She also wrote the screenplay, which is great.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's
Wait,
hold
this
on.
can't be the right Mary Rogers, 1820.
Oh, that'd be
Born in
amazing.
1820.
Time traveler.
No.
That's right.
I am going to write a story about a young woman switching.
Once Upon a Mattress.
Yes. She wrote Once Upon a Mattress, which did very well. But then a few years later, she had such a bad experience with some musical that she stopped playing piano completely.
Oh.
She stopped composing. And when someone asked her, she said, I am a very good talent, but I'm not my dad or my son. I am not a great talent.
Oh.
Which absolutely crushed me.
That's devastating.
Isn't it?
Yes.
But anyway, she's very cool. And, her dad was Richard Rogers, and her mom was an entrepreneur. She ran her own business. She invented a mop that I've heard of. It's like the Jolly Mop or something.
Okay.
Okay. I like
Ran
that.
a business, was a philanthropist, an activist. So her parents were very cool power couple.
Do you think that's partly what inspired this story? Is that she felt intimidated by her own parents?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So we, layers. But to your point, she also wrote the screenplay for this, which is so rare to see somebody write both.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I thought she did an incredible job. And I thought the direction just wrung every tiny bit of comedy it possibly could.
Yeah. Speaking of comedy.
Yes.
I
Heard of it.
My MVP is the secretary in the dad's office.
Bit is amazing.
This Gibson, right?
Yes.
Gibbons.
Gibbons.
Yeah.
So they show up or Jodie Foster.
So Annabelle, who's actually her mother.
Right.
Yes.
Mother as teen.
Mother as teen shows up, and there's a new secretary at her husband's office.
And she be banging.
And she
She
banging.
fine.
She's got a cool red jumpsuit on,
And
and
the camera looks at her butt. That's
Yes.
how we
Yeah.
know.
That's how we
Yeah.
know that she is intimidatingly gorgeous.
yeah. And Jodie Foster threatens her.
It was so cool.
With a field hockey stick.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. It was almost the same thing as the Boris thing, where it was just she was saying that her mother was very tough and intimidating, but the child was one holding the hockey stick.
Yeah. So the next time you see her come into the office, she has a trench coat on, covering up.
Tightly wrapped up.
And that was funny.
So
Oh,
funny.
yeah, the secretary. Yes.
Yes. But then the third time she comes back in, her hair is pulled back.
Yes.
Like a librarian style. And she's got the most, the thickest glasses
Yes.
you've ever seen
And she's
on.
changed her shoes into sensible
That
witch
was
shoes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was I love that bit.
reverse
Such a
can't
good
hardly
bit.
wait it herself.
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah.
I just love how and the way she's supposed to take dictation the next time, and she's clearly struggling with the crazy glasses on. So I was talking to Dan about this during the movie. I love the idea that she just ran out into the office, was somebody give me some glasses. This child's gonna kill me. She's so terrified of this murderous hockey child.
Yeah.
Well, field hockey, so it's not like a full size hockey stick, but still very intimidating.
Yeah.
I love that, and
Way
I
to diminish
love
the accomplishments of teen women.
Yeah.
and I feel
I
like
would
you
say
can
a field
tell
hockey stick's
that
more deadly weapon.
I feel that you can tell. Sorry, a hockey stick is a more. Did you want to talk more about that, Dan?
No, no. I'm fine.
I mean, I'd love to know why.
Why it's more? Yeah, why is it more deadly, Dan?
I just think you could swing it faster because there's less of a longer end to it.
I see.
And it'd be more like a bludgeoning.
Yeah,
Casey Jones used full hockey sticks.
He did.
It's true.
Yeah.
sure.
Double sticky. It doesn't matter.
I was going to say, the reason I feel like a woman wrote the screenplay
Yes.
and other people didn't undermine it is at a certain point, the mom in Jodie Foster, the mom in Annabelle's body makes some question about new secretary.
Yes.
She seems to be behaving oddly or something. And her dad says, oh, I've seen her look better, to be honest. But then he's like, but she's got a sick kid at home. And he lists 4 challenges this poor woman is dealing with. And on the way out, the mom, it's also very helpful to hear that voiceover is oh, geez, I am such a jerk. And it was really cool. It was cool to see that vulnerability and to be to play up the trope and then undermine it. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was we kept having these little moments in the movie that were surprisingly real
Yeah.
for how goofy it was a lot of the time.
But I guess that is 70s television. I feel so
Sure.
many comedies would just delve into like Good Times and stuff.
Right.
Would delve hard into real life issues. And even Airplane, which is the goofiest movie ever, has very tough themes incorporated into it. Something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about.
As if there aren't 20,000 theses written
About
theses
Airplane?
written about all this kind of stuff,
Oh, sure.
the 70s.
Sure.
Oh, 70s film? Is that a thing?
It is
People are
very-
into
They made some.
Very much a
they
thing.
make a few of them.
Ooh, I know I've talked a lot, but I have one
That's
more
okay.
thing to add.
It's the anniversary.
It's the anniversary.
Yeah.
Let Molly talk.
I'm not stopping her.
The people demand it.
We sort of casually wondered at the beginning, how many 70s movies we watched
Yes.
and how it's not necessarily a sweet spot for us, but the AFI is for 3 of us. Well, for 2 of us. Anyway, I will never watch all the AFI movies just out of rebellion.
I've only watched the
Wow.
first
I've seen them all.
I've also seen them all.
25.
Yeah, before you did, but
Yeah, way before you did.
Longtime listeners know that Beth was the originator, and then along came Dan Jaquette
Yes.
as a bit, watched all the AFI movies in secret, and then casually revealed it during, what was it? Was it,
I don't know. Check the
Manhattan?
tapes.
Check the tapes.
Anyway.
I don't remember the first time, but he did
Chinatown?
it a second time,
Yeah.
and for Snow White,
Yeah.
I believe, is
So
that
annoying.
episode.
So awful.
Fool me twice.
Cool.
You ain't got to fool me twice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, do I check often if they are putting out a new list? Yes, I
The
well,
race
it
is
turns
on.
out there are a few movies on the AFI list that came out in the 70s. There are 18 of them. Of those, we've watched 3, so about 17%. We've watched Chinatown, Jaws, Star Wars. Yes, that's
right.
it.
do. Yep.
I wrote down Car Wheelie. I'll explain that later.
Okay, great.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, we can probably get to Car Wheelie now.
Real quick, I feel like we should talk about adult male horniness
Okay, yeah.
because
Ooh.
there are
Always. Let's always make space for that. It's the anniversary.
because there's a couple moments. Yes, exactly. There are a couple moments that are delightful. One, when Annabelle is first in her mother Ellen's body, she keeps accidentally calling Bill daddy.
Yeah.
And every time she does, Bill has this like shit-eating grin just pops up on his face. I mean, that guy, this is dude, he played the original Gomez Addams, if you remember who that is. I can't remember the actor's name, but he is very funny, like just as an actor. And he just did this perfect little smile every time she called him daddy.
Yeah, he's very into
He's
that.
very into it. 2, at one point, Ellen, the mom, Tina's mom had to go to a conference about teen at the school.
Oh, good. I want to
talking
talk about
to
Mr.
Dilk, the principal, I think, or the counselor. I don't know.
I think Mr. Dilk is the principal.
Okay, but they're basically like they're weirdly tightly sitting on a couch together.
Yeah, three adults on the same
Yes,
couch.
but again, Barbara Harris is so funny because she's like sitting there like crisscross applesauce on the cushion, like just bare, like so. I don't know. It's just very childlike and it's so funny. But like, so they're kind of like the teacher talks about like, oh, your daughter's actually very smart and very engaged, and like, and then she like breaks down crying. She thinks she's the failure.
She's an MVP.
Oh
yeah.
boy, that's real. That's real talk right there. But then the two of them just start like having like a back and forth of like the potential problems that could be like at home that could be like causing Annabelle to not be as good of a student. And then at one point, Mr. Dilk he walks in, it's so delicate. Like he has this whole preamble, just like, oh, I don't know how quite how to say this, but is there trouble at home with your husband? And then his face kind of lights up a little.
He does an eyebrow wiggle when he
like
says
it is like very. There's just this hint of just like, please describe your lascivious problems with your husband.
and
at home.
he doesn't let it go.
No,
he has like
like
3
the
or
rest
4
of the
follow-up
time, yeah.
conversations, which is feels very inappropriate.
So
for a
inappropriate.
principal to really dig into like, but really, how are things with the husband?
Does he satisfy you sexually?
Mr. Dilk can.
I do love she was just easily recognized as a hot mom.
Yeah.
There was just no question at any point.
Yeah.
The way she sat on the sofa you're talking about, the crisscross applesauce, reminded me of a great piece of advice for improv from, I believe, Jill Bernard.
Okay. Local reference.
Local reference, but also international reference. She's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was like, if you want to play a teen, just sit in a chair in a way nobody sits in chairs.
Yeah.
And like, it is
That's real.
absolutely true.
Yeah.
Like, there's like something in the body that's just going to be weird if you're like anywhere between, let's say, 11 and 20.
Yeah, because your body's all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's some good point.
I feel.
This movie's chock-a-block full of characters.
Yes.
Speaking of school MVPs, the photo teacher really got me
my
as well.
God.
He's like this sort of like, he's explaining photography, and the scene is just there so that
you know
mom
why
as
it's bad.
teen
Yeah.
can open the door and ruin everybody's
That
photography.
was the first time
Like,
Molly just started groaning involuntarily.
Oh, it was so long before. It was during the very beginning of the build-up. I knew exactly what was going to happen.
But he's just got this he feels like a Shakespearean actor. So
Totally.
he's like, and now we must develop the film, and it's important that there's no light that enters the green room, red room.
The school was fascinating.
Yeah.
Like all the staff were very, I mean, like this whole movie, all the adults in the movie, like it felt like a bunch of character actors were like finishing out their contracts with the studio. Do you know what I mean? Because like every adult that just pops in for a couple scenes was like, damn, this person is clearly like a trained comedic actor who like knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, also, looking back on it, I find it very interesting because mom as teen Annabelle is like, ooh, I really goofed.
Yes.
And I was like, if she were Annabelle, and she had opened the door and exposed everybody, she would literally die and just pray for the floor to open up and swallow her whole. You know what I mean? The level of mortification just seemed right.
For sure. Yep. I think the marching band teacher also was maybe a Nazi expat who had hidden in plain sight in America.
Yeah.
Because I think he was German. It was very confusing.
I still have questions about why he was walking the way he was
That
walking.
dude was
He was keeping time. He's always keeping
Always
time.
He was like squatting and walking at the same time.
he had also accidentally put hose on before he put pants on.
I see. Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah. Two very aggressive field hockey coaches.
So good.
Who are out there encouraging their teams to kill the other team.
Yeah. Passing the Bechdel-Wallace left and right.
Left and right. All over the map.
Yeah.
Just, you might even say, just murdering the Bechdel-Wallace. There was so many chances of kill.
Yeah. Did it pass in the first scene?
What was the? I can't.
I mean, she's just having her little monologue, her inner monologue at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then she probably talks to her mom right after that, right?
I think so. They talk about breakfast.
They talk about how messy the room is. Again,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's the first.
Great.
People love when we go back to the bets that I made right.
Yes. We'll call it the first scene, even though I think you could argue tripping over a basset hound is like a cut.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We should talk about the finale and the madcapery.
My God.
Which is in parallel. Everybody's trying to get to the big event.
Yes.
And fix it.
To like save the other one.
Yeah. And Teen as mom gets Boris and the little brother in the VW bug.
Which
They've
is filled
burned
with...
a turkey.
They've burned a turkey, splattered moose all over the kitchen.
They've made some kind of casserole using dog kibble and...
Excuse me, kitty kibble.
Sorry, kitty kibble.
With real horse meat in it.
That's
Yep.
right.
Don't forget the horse meat.
That's why it's allowed to be humanly consumed.
That's right.
Horse meat.
So it's just a hot mess dinner is supposed to feed 25 people. And it's in this very cute little red beetle.
Yes.
Which also was very Herbie Kirby, am I right?
It was.
You're right.
Herbie Kirby.
That was, I did appreciate that. That was a good line where like her little brother, she's like, go get the turkey. It's like, really? You're going to bring it? It's like, yeah, haven't you heard of smoked turkey? It'll be fine.
They're having fun.
Charred black. Oh, sorry.
On the outside, but it's raw as the day is long on the inside. Anyway,
boy.
so you're still thinking like, oh no, how is this going to resolve?
Yes.
Right? And then at the pier, the mom as teen is being forced onto the water, even though she does not know how to water ski.
Yeah, this was Bill. I was like fine with most of the movie, a little spacey, a little not grateful enough for all the work that his wife does.
Pretty entitled,
but very typical for a man.
Yeah,
sure.
But then his daughter is like, I will die if you put me on these water skis. I don't want to do it. He's like, no, you'll be fine. He literally tricks her into water
like,
skiing
I need this,
to
baby.
close a deal.
Yeah.
And I was like, Bill,
come on, dude.
No.
That's true. That's really more, that's more teen as mom's motivation. Like besides like desperately just trying to do the thing her mom was supposed to, I put that in quotes, supposed to do. She also, once she learns that mom is teen is going to get water ski, she's like, oh God, she's going to break every bone in her body.
Yeah. And, teen as mom begs Bill, mom's husband, to stop their daughter. From his perspective, begs for the opposite thing. And at the very beginning, he absolutely talks over her suggestion for what to name the development.
right.
He's very dismissive of his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is a new low.
Bill.
So you're set up for this idea that everybody's got to get to this marina, and that what needs to happen is, and I think what I pictured is that the Annabelle as mom would be able to swap with the other person who had been swapped and complete the water skiing thing, right?
Yeah.
I was not prepared for what happened.
No one
instead.
was.
No. Yeah.
Chaos ensues.
Chaos ensues.
There's like a little bit. There's a start of it where like they are still Tina's mom as teen trying to just deal. Mm-hmm. Tina's mom doesn't know how to drive a car, but is still driving a car. Yeah. Mama's teen is now in a ski show and doesn't know how to ski.
And the car chase turns into, or the car drive there turns into a full-on
Fucking
chase.
Wacky races.
Yeah, with cops chasing her because she cuts off a car carrying truck that is
only carrying police cars.
Yeah, and then some other actual cop cars with cops in them start chasing her. Yeah.
It starts off with her being like, I don't know how to drive. And like to the point where you're like, okay, but you get like kind of how to drive, right? Like you don't, I mean, after a while of driving a car, you would understand the mechanics of the car. But then it ends with her like literally like drifting through the like, why can't I think of what those are called?
Aqueduct?
Yeah, like the aqueduct.
Oh, the
culvert.
Yeah. Whatever.
I mean,
it's insane.
It was
just
the
like,
LA River, basically. Right?
You had been getting little hints, and the whole premise is absurd. And I guess it just speaks to like our movie going that we're really willing. I was actually like, this is taking more than 30 seconds for each of them to understand what happened.
Yeah.
But then nothing really prepares you for the level of madcap that's coming.
Yeah.
So the second she gets into the car, after she's failed to convince Boris to drive, is to back up. And you're like, oh, okay, she's going to back up.
Hands over her eyes.
Hands over her eyes. She does that thing you've seen a million times where somebody goes backwards instead of forward, like, haha. And then she goes through the garage and you're like, haha.
Oh, right.
Then she goes through the backyard, goes through a fence into the pool backyard of a neighbor where business people are standing around having like an evening cocktail party. The car continues to back up such that all the people at the party jump into the pool to not be hit. And that's like the first 15 seconds.
You're right. In retrospect, that should have prepared us for what was to come.
Yeah.
But it was, and then then you get the police cars involved. There's a moment with like bicyclists.
Oh yeah, and the drunk maid.
Maid's doing a wheelie.
Oh yeah,
It gets cartoon.
And she's
level.
like, hey, I want to get off.
there's a man with a giant bass.
Oh yes.
It's like a stand-up bass.
Yes, the car vision sequence where she's up on Sonic was maybe the best part.
Yeah.
Because first a dude with a full-sized bass walks out of a store and then it just goes like, gay! And then it is just like a kind of like a quick cut of like, oh, all these pedestrians, haha, they're trying to get away. And then it suddenly quick cuts to the front of the car. Now we're watching the car approach, and it's just a guy in a cast, like losing his mind, trying to get it out of the way.
Oh, that's when I screamed, that was me. That was me. And that was me when I was in high school. I was on crutches because I had a very bad ankle sprain back before. Now they say you should walk on it. But anyway, back before all that, I couldn't put any weight on it. And I was at a high school as a freshman. And I heard, fight from down the hall and around the corner.
Okay.
And this is bad news because fights tended to move almost like a cyclone as they came down the hallway.
Sure.
With like, you have the people in the center, like the eye of the cyclone fighting. And then you have like hordes of kids egging them on around the outside, and it just travels very fast.
Yeah.
And I heard it, and I was on crutches, and I was running for my life because I knew. And I finally got to a little like divot in the wall where there weren't lockers jutting out.
Yeah.
Threw myself against the wall and felt the press of the crowd behind me as the fight continued down before some teachers finally stopped it. But I saw that scene and I was like, I have been there, my friend.
Amazing.
It was incredible. But yeah, there's all kinds. So then can we talk about I don't want to just describe all the physical comedy, even though I really want to just describe it all, but it keeps going.
Yeah.
And the stunts are incredible.
Yeah.
Just like the cartoon level it gets to is like a cop car drives through a triangular tunnel and the cop car comes out in a triangle shape.
And the two cops like squished up against each other.
One of them hits like a wall that divides like a fork in the road, and it just splits the cop car perfectly down the middle. Then they both get out from the other side and like walk back and are like, boo, boo, boo.
Yeah. Which was also a lovely moment of that doubling that they had all through the film. So they would double the actions of the mother and daughter.
Right. Yep. Going off jumps
key
at the
moments
same time.
several times. So that was like very cute little.
It's so fun, and they saved the day, I guess. Although it seems like they just funnel through, and then everybody is just so happy with the
part
chaos.
Where they switch again.
Oh, that's right.
Which is very important.
Unexpected. They at the same moment again.
Another way that it differs from the other movies.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. They wish to be
back.
I wish to be back in my own body.
Yes.
Right.
Which is the wrong wish, it turns out.
Apparently.
And
the cruel god of Friday the 13th works in mysterious ways, apparently.
And so the actual bodies change places to meet where the souls or minds are actually
the brains change places, but the bodies...
No, incorrect.
No, wait, do the bodies change?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the wife is now suddenly water skiing.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's
which everyone sees and is like, how did you do that?
What a cool trick.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to cover it up for his work buds. He's like, it's a
magic.
surprise.
That's where you first learn that his two, Jensen and Jorkins, whatever, are like clearly just like drunk all the time and do not give a shit.
Oh, and Jorkins wears an ascot. And if you are in my quadrant, you might remember him from the hit show 8 is Enough.
Okay.
He played the dad.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's a very good comedic actor as well. But yeah, it's like the worst case scenario, right? Because now they have neither the brain nor the body of the person they need in that moment.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's more madcap ensues.
Very fun.
But it all works out because Jensen and Jorkins think it was all part of the plan, and they think Bill is a genius for creating a family fun time event
and they
or whatever.
even laugh when the little
their own like,
raft in the middle of it watching the whole thing sinks.
Yeah. They're all hammered.
They're for sure hammered, right? I think that's the implication.
I want to know how that mom has that grip strength.
Oh, it's incredible.
Because that she's skiing. First of all, she's like, even though she's not doing a great job, like she's not like graceful at it. She's up on those skis the whole time.
She hangs on to that friggin' hang glider the whole time.
She goes through a loop that's on fire. And then, she grabs onto a hang glider that eventually disconnects from the boat, and she's just soaring through the air. And she just is hanging on the whole time.
Here's my theory.
Yep.
I think she gets so frustrated by her daughter. She is constantly clenching her fists.
Oh, wow.
And so she has strengthened all those muscles so much.
Teenage mom anger.
Yeah. Also cigarettes.
Okay, that's probably that's actually it.
I don't know. I think moms get muscles.
Fingertips are so caked with tobacco that they can just like grip
She's
on.
got like Spider-Man strength from the tobacco.
I very recently was complimented by a flight attendant for my ability to swing my suitcase up easily and put it in the above bin.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're strong." And I was like, "Yeah, I got a 50-pound kid I haul around." And it's true. I routinely am picking up and flinging around 50 pounds. No problem.
Yeah.
But I actually don't know if I could grip hang glider that long.
There's only one way to find out.
That's right.
I wish I was water skiing right now.
Right now? It's late.
Speaking of it being late, before we get...
Oh, yeah. Before we do that, just one more thing I have to say. They find a way to put one of the police cars in a wheelie.
That's why you wrote down wheelie.
Yes. And this was like the golden age of cars doing wheelies. Like, if you ever watched an episode of Chips, like people were always trying to find a way to put a car in a wheelie. And this one was extreme.
It was.
It was really cool. It was like on its side, like the two side wheels instead of the...
I was like, maybe they adjusted something to make it look different. I don't know. It was very impressive.
There was a fun little bit where they finally... quote unquote parked the car on the side of the thingy and then the driver just sort of slid down and ran into the other cop.
Yeah.
LOL.
There was a lot of cop together.
None of them kissed though.
Every
really
time the cops
for it.
got really close from the madcap, we were just like kiss, kiss, kiss. Never did. 70s, man.
No kissing. All right. Before we get to our final reviews of the movie,
Yes, sir.
Freaky Friday, we'd like to turn to Discord, our text-based chat platform that you can have access to if you subscribe on patreon.com/totesregal.com.
Close enough.
And we get Q's and C's that we answer or respond to.
Are any of them about Jodie Foster?
No.
Okay. At the end, I've got Jodie Foster hot goss.
Wow.
Are they Foster facts?
Foster facts.
Nice.
Tetsuker says, I'm not sure I've watched the original. I thought I had, but realized I was thinking of The Parent Trap.
Yes.
Yes.
Which we all
Finally.
did. Came out in 1961. I looked it up. So also
wow.
not the 40s or
Oh,
50s.
man.
Anyway, how does young Annabelle deal with her suddenly inherited nicotine addiction once she trades places with her mom? I'm just guessing from the photo above. Yes.
It's a great question.
There was only one kind of cigarette bit with Annabelle, and that was before they even had swapped bodies. There was like an ashtray next to her, and she like pushed it towards the guy.
And then when
Yeah.
they first switched, they both choke at the same time because Annabelle was eating her ice cream breakfast and mom
That's
was
right.
smoking.
And
Yeah.
Mom does try to order a pack of menthols.
That's true.
And
On
is
the way to the
laughed at
diner,
because
yeah.
she's a kid. Yeah.
But that's kind of the end of it. I honestly expected, for the amount of smoking that mom does in the beginning,
Yeah. They really.
like they cut it out.
Yeah, I thought at some point she'd just be at a bus stop or something and just sort of lean over and take a puff of somebody else's cigarette, something.
But maybe
She
even
had
in the
bigger fish.
70s, it was too much for Disney to just have a 13-year-old smoking a bunch.
Sure, fair.
Yeah.
Even, well, whatever. I was going to say, like, even though, like, she'd already done Taxi Driver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the entry I was looking for.
Wow.
Y'all, Jodie Foster, I think I always knew she was a big deal, but I didn't understand, like, how big she was, how early.
Yep.
So she started out when she was 3. She did, like,
3?
modeling for a Coppertone ad that was, like, national and very famous.
Wow.
She was born in 1962. By 1968, she was starring in TV. In 1972, she was in her first like recurring role. In 1974, she did Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. But in 1976, when this movie came out, she was in 6 movies.
Jesus.
3 of which were nominated for Academy Awards.
Wow.
She was in
Dang.
Taxi Driver, Bugsy Malone, Freaky Friday, The Little Girl Who Lived Down the Lane, and
Sure.
something else I didn't write down.
Nice.
Then she was like this prolific, incredible child actor. And I think this part I had heard about and really thought about. She decided to take time off and go to Yale
Nice.
so she took time off to be a teenager. She went to Yale and then she could not get a job for the longest time. And
An acting job or
an
any
acting
job?
job.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure she was very hireable, but I don't actually know. Wikipedia didn't say what she did. But it wasn't really until like 1988 she was in The Accused, and then everything else that we know her from follows.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
So the lesson is, kids,
Don't go to
don't
college.
go to college.
Don't go to Yale.
Especially not
Yeah.
Yale.
Don't go to Yale. Go to Harvard.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the stance of this podcast.
Yeah, I guess.
All the Ivies, Harvard.
I mean, I don't know. This is tough.
No, don't go to any of them. They're psycho factories.
Yeah.
Wow.
I worked at one.
I'm just saying, go to Wikipedia and look at a list of notable alumnus of any of those schools, and it is a murderer's row of.
But it's got to have like good folks too, right?
Yeah, but you don't hear about them because they probably go have fulfilling lives instead of like bombing Cambodia.
Sure.
Oy.
Well,
Were they going to accuse and seize?
That's my quadrant of the podcast, baby.
that's right. All right. The reference machine wishes upon us.
Oh.
May the curse of Freaky Friday be lifted this episode.
Oh, how nice.
Or else you may be doomed to watch the upcoming reboot and or musical.
Ooh, we might still watch both of those.
Oh,
I
I
know
don't
they
know.
exist.
I don't know, guys.
I guess we'll save the curse lifting for our final reviews.
Oh, sure.
B asks, what bribery, leverage, or blackmail did you subject Molly to in order for this to happen?
It just depended on my very poor memory.
I think we basically did pitch it as like, it's funny, it's good for the anniversary or something.
And then I totally forgot about it. And I had such a block the whole way over. I was like, I wonder what movie we're watching.
Yeah. I hope it's Parent Trap. Honestly, I think it probably like the fact that it wasn't that Freaky Friday was probably enough. And your brain is like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready to love
This
again.
might be okay. Yeah. I'm ready to heal.
Those are the Q's and Z's. Thank you very
Wow.
much.
Wow.
All right. Our rating scale, as we
Yes.
all remember, is
Oh, right.
no hand Herbie Kirby's,
Yep.
which are Herbie Kirby's. They don't need an explanation.
Yeah, we all know what a Herbie Kirby is.
But they've been, through the power of science,
yes.
been engineered so that they are repellent to Lindsay Lohan. She can't...
A spray is applied to them.
spray is applied to them. She can't interact with them in any way. There's a product invented by Molly Chase.
Bankrolled by Molly.
Bankrolled, but yes. And pitched to funders
Right.
with the, down the road future uses of, you can expand it beyond just Lindsay Lohan, so you can prevent your neighbors from putting dog poop in your trash can.
Yeah. And then at this point, presumably the boardroom, like they either hadn't eaten or they'd had way too much coffee and they just like went off on a tear on dog poop.
Yeah, they started blue skying from there, as they say. We'll apply it to Subaru back window washer blades so no one can hide their poop there. But then this effectively kicks us down a dystopian future where it's applied to everything and dog poo just floats through the world, unable to touch any surface.
Still properly bagged, though, from what I think we've been
Yeah.
saying. Everyone's still bagging it appropriately.
So that basically, once you apply it to the bag, that's the sort of Ice 9 ending to
Exactly.
this story.
Excellent. Thank you for bringing it back to a different book from a couple decades ago. For nerds.
For the nerds.
For the noids.
Dad, you gave it
Ew.
3.
Yes.
You conflated with the old Parent Trap
I did.
and thought it, so we're a coward.
Yeah, I knew nothing about it and was nervous, but upon learning it had Jodie Foster, I was like, oh, I bet this will be fine. And then upon watching Barbara Harris in it, I thought, this is pretty damn good. I thought she was so fun. I mean, Jodie Foster was great. She's great. That's nothing new. That's not a new discovery. But Barbara Harris was so funny. Like, I was delighted by every line delivery and her physicality. And yeah, I don't know. I had a great time watching old Barbara Harris. The madcappery at the end was too long. Like, I was shocked to hear the movie was only 90 some minutes because just the Aquacade felt like 45. That said, I will give it a honorable 4.
Oh,
No hand
Herbie Kirby.
Herbie Kirby's.
Beth, you gave it a 3. You thought it would be fun for Rembrandt.
Yep.
Rembrandt?
Fun for Rembrandt.
Fun for a remake.
Oh, fun for a remake.
Like, it was so
Must
fun
be
they
fun. Made a remake. Yeah.
It was fun. I get why they tried to remake this movie. I don't get why they remade it in the way that they did.
For the kids. Oy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Barbara Harris is a treasure I didn't know about.
Same.
And yeah, Jodie Foster killed it, and I thought it was, yeah, there were lots of funny parts, and I agree that end part was way too long. So I'm gonna say 4 as well.
Nice.
Awesome. I gave it a 4.
For what?
I don't remember.
Respect.
No hand Herbie Kirby.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Crushed.
Got it. I gave it a 4 because I was optimistic.
Nice.
I basically agree with everything that's been said. Barbara Harris is a delight that I didn't know about. Jodie Foster's great. This was very fun. This was a very fun movie with a lot of joy in it. And I'm going to stick with 4. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Great.
And it wasn't too long. I actually wasn't bothered by how long the end
Really?
chaos was, which was very long.
Yes.
But like I was just having a good time the whole time.
I mean, there were only a couple of teens, so like it probably didn't feel quite as chaotic for
Sure,
you.
yeah.
It was mostly adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Molly, you also were optimistic. Gave it a 4, and compared to the early one, it must be way better.
Oh, well, that was
The
true.
later one.
By far. I just want to circle back on a couple quick things. One, Herbie Kirby.
Yes.
It is the name of a brand, and the Kirby is spelled with a K,
Oh.
but it's like Kirby in some spellings.
Wow.
Yeah, Herbie Kirby.
But Herbie Kirby, the entirety is the brand.
I think. Oh,
Or is it just a Herbie or just a Kirby?
get on Discord and
Do you
find out
think
more.
it still has to do with the curb?
That was my assumption.
Yeah.
Because you put it out on the curb.
Yeah,
But they've really like abandoned all spelling that would lead you to believe that way, right? It's
No,
not a
it's
C, it's not a U.
yeah.
But
That's
it
true.
sounds
It's like Kirby,
her.
like a name. Kirby Puckett, local reference, right?
Or Herbie Hancock.
I feel like
Is that a local reference? I don't remember.
we don't
I
think
don't
that
think so.
hard
Okay.
about Kleenex, or Xerox.
True.
We just go with it.
But Xerox wasn't trying to make a reference to something else, was it?
Yeah.
So the other thing I
Paper.
wanted to
It's weird.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot that. Xerox is the element of the periodic table that makes paper.
Yep, exactly.
Along with Kleenex.
Yes, there you go. Equinox.
Clean
Nos.
Clean Nos.
Clean Nos.
Oh, is that what that
Clean
is
Nos
supposed to be
X.
short for?
I don't know.
Because you like blow your nose and then you got to
Yeah.
clean nose.
Ooh.
But it's Kleenex.
Old Town
Because it's
Road.
what's next and clean.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know. I
Is
just
that
made that
right?
up, but that seems right.
Oh, that does seem right.
Why are no agencies hiring me?
Seriously.
This is what I don't
We could make an
understand.
Aquacade.
Yeah, we can make an Aqua Kid.
Yeah, I can pin my entire career on the actions of a 13-year-old.
We'll make our spouses cook a
and that
casserole.
was his original plan.
His original plan was to get the teen ski team.
Just whip up a gourmet dinner spread for 25 in 3 hours, including getting all that
Bill?
stuff. Bill,
You got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
who's the more competent person? That's what I want to know.
Seriously. Max the dog. Of
But
course.
bringing it back to Bill, at the very end, the little button on the whole movie is that Bill
Yes.
and the young son get
Benji.
into it. Benji. Oh, Benji's so sweet. You really fall in love with him by the
Oh,
end.
he's such a good.
he's
good
so
son.
much better than the other brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh,
That was
boy.
another. Yeah, that's
I blame
way
the
better.
90s and the 2000s. Anyway, the both of them are each talking about how the other has it good and everything's so easy. And Barbara Harris goes, "Hun, don't pursue this any further."
Mhm.
And then they both say together, "I would switch with you." And
Freeze frame.
freeze frame.
But after she goes, help, and throws a deck of cards in the air for some reason.
Anyway, I found this refreshing and delightful. I loved that the pacing was weird and the ending went on forever because it's only weird because we've dialed it in so hard. I loved how madcap it was, how absurd, and also the realness with which the main actors played it, the comedic actors. It was great.
Great.
I can't believe this. I am giving it 5.
Oh, the
Kirby,
curse
Kirby.
is lifted.
The water skiers are jumping over the cliff and making it.
That said, I did force the whole crew to watch a scene from the original, or not the original, but the first Freaky Friday we saw, and a scene from the musical.
Yes.
Y'all, oh,
Yikes.
stinkers both. So this curse is lifted for this film only.
Right.
And it is honestly all thanks to Mary Rogers. What a brilliant
Hey,
idea.
Shout out.
Great execution.
Yeah, I think it's I was thinking about why this succeeds so much better than the 2003 one, I think. Because Jamie Lee Curtis is a delight.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan, very charismatic. Those two leads could absolutely carry a fun family comedic movie.
Yeah.
But it sucks. And I think it's the fun is not there. There's
Yeah.
too much going on. And if I remember right, of too many details that get in the way of just isn't it funny? We're in each other's bodies and hijinks.
Yeah.
I also wonder if it's harder because the differentiation between the generations gets muddier as years go by. It used to be a huge separation between kids and their parents culturally.
Yeah.
And I feel like something happened in the 80s and 90s. And now, stay tuned. All the hits of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and now is that adults are acting younger,
Sure.
starting with the boomer generation, and kids are more sophisticated and older, so that differentiation is lower. But it still doesn't account for it.
Everybody's skibbitying and
And you bet
reading about
No
war
cap.
and
Riz.
understanding how bad the environmental situation is.
Yeah.
That's maybe more what it is, that it's more obvious how raw of a deal the younger generation is being
Yeah.
handed. So that's why there's less of a divide between the generations, because we're all just yeah, it's rough out there.
But we'll see how
No, we won't.
freakier
Oh,
No,
Friday
you never will.
3
Nope.
is.
yeah, maybe
We did watch the preview, a little peek behind our curtain. It looked fun.
it did look kind of fun.
Maybe they've recaptured the magic of the 70s.
I don't think so.
It had a fun cast.
No,
What's her name was in it?
I've blocked it all out. What happened? Who's was in it?
Pickleball was involved.
Pickleball.
I do
in.
like
Cinnamon's
pickle. Don't
still
dox
in
me.
it.
Who's in it? Lohan. Okay. Oh, because it's grandparents. So, no, I was processing. Oh, that's right, because it's grandkids? Cousins?
Jamie Lee Curtis's grandchild.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
and
already
it's like
forgotten
a
half the
quadruple
trailer.
swap.
It's a
Yeah.
quadruple
It's a
swap.
quadruple swap.
And
one of them's British?
Oh, yeah.
Why are they
Or
British?
The friend is
There's
British.
Friend
like
is
a
British.
foreign friend.
Or
They
something.
must have done that just to keep the character straight, right?
I mean, again, like
Oh,
now that
maybe,
we're talking
actually.
about it, it does sound like it's maybe suffering the same thing Molly accused the first one of, is that
It
they're just
sounded
throwing
less
too much
fun.
into
Well, that was
As we
Beth's
talk about
accusation, but I agree.
Well,
Was it?
I
What?
thought so.
What was my
take the credit.
I
Wait.
can
Credit
take it.
Beth.
Yeah.
Did you
I did it.
swap?
Wait.
Oh. We've just got to get this wrapped so I can get it to edit me, Beth K. Gibbs of Lyft Podcasting. It only works if you know it's really me, Molly, talking.
Don't ruin the bit.
Okay, sorry.
Beth, you go.
And we're back. What? We just watched 93 minutes of the podcast.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
Maybe this is why you shouldn't reboot Freaky Friday. Just,
Stick with the 70s.
yeah.
The greatest time there ever was.
Only in regards to this movie. Stick with the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, what a bonker. I mean, maybe this is true of many years, but like what a bonkers thing that movies are either like this or Taxi Driver. And Jodie Foster was in both.
It's wild.
yeah.
She's a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Check
Do it
out.
all. Child prostitute,
Yep.
field hockey.
The movies
Teen.
are so different. I can't believe she did those in like the same year. Like it must have been so jarring.
Or
Yeah.
pro.
Yeah. And she's
Absolutely
great in both.
professional.
She's great in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything was going so well until she went to Yale.
Yep.
That'll teach you.
Yeah. Don't go to Yale.
Teens?
Teens?
Are you applying for college right now?
Hey.
Oh, if you're applying for college right now, for sure don't go to Yale. It is way too marked up.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be in debt for the rest of your life.
Listen, kids, go to a state for undergrad. It doesn't matter. Okay. Just do well in undergrad. And then people really care about the graduate degree. That's where you throw your money at it.
Or just go to a
Or not at
trade
all.
school. Go for
Yeah.
2 years.
Oh, man.
Get heavy machinery certification.
You'll be
Installing
making
solar panels or
a
something.
lot more than
So
doctors.
much more money.
Especially if you take advantage of compound interest and start your savings now.
Okay. Wow, Beth, you're so smart.
Thank you.
You're so good at this.
That's right. Index funds.
Everybody loves
Don't-
talking about
come on.
compound interest, but really start when you're as young as possible.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, with all the money you have
Should we
as a teenager.
should we start our own
Okay,
financial
so we're still
place?
willing. We're still going to do real talk for telling teens to cool it, and we'll
Yes.
still have the cool synthesizers and matching
but
outfits.
for an extra fee.
For an extra fee,
we can
we'll
do
also
financial advice.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll
To
yeah.
Yeah,
boardrooms.
there'll be a bonus half hour at the end where we take off the suspenders and put on business blazers.
Yeah, still
Oh.
solid color.
Yes.
There
different
Oh, yeah.
still solid colors that are, we each have our own color. There will still be a dozen dogs, at least.
Oh, this is good.
Business dogs.
Business
Oh,
Oh
dogs.
yes, they will put on their ties.
Exactly. Oh, this sounds amazing.
They're all going to be basset hounds like Max.
Well, I think they should be different. You gotta need a different dog to illustrate different.
Oh, there you
financial
go.
points.
Different
Right.
aspects
Yes.
of
Yeah, you've got
fiduciary.
like a bulldog for a bull market.
Yes, and a
Golden
bear
retriever
dog?
for gold.
gold sack.
Golden parachute.
Gold parachute, yeah, or investing in gold and other
maybe like a,
real assets.
Maybe like a friggin' what are those big old, what are those giant dogs?
Mastiff.
But the ones that are like more fluffier and have like the thing on their.
Oh,
little-
Saint Bernard?
Saint Bernard.
Yeah, Saint Bernard could be a
For
bear.
savings?
We'll just say that's a bear.
Savings your life.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Life.
One of the big dogs is a bear. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
Oh, it could be like
mall.
a chow.
There's the word I was thinking of.
There it
I kept thinking
is.
bow. I'm like, that's not right.
And then
Bow
you can
wow.
also okay, real fast.
A Malamute for mutual funds.
Oh,
Malamute
this is
mutual funds.
incredible.
We should just start.
Okay.
Okay. New
Podcast
plan.
over. 11 years. This is the end. We're going into not finances exactly, but financial
education, dog-based financial education.
for teens.
Yes, for teens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if there's one thing teens love, it's adults telling them what to do.
Yeah.
And
Puns.
Puns. They love puns.
Yeah. Public equity fund.
Oh no.
Pug the public equity fund dog.
wow.
Bow wow.
This is.
Wow, wow, wow.
I'm regretting this. I hate this. Podcast over. I hate it forever.
Happy anniversary.
Yay! A labradoodle. A bank. I don't know. I hate this.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.